So if you have a vision, and by vision I mean a daydream, what would you like to be in this world? Do you know it? Just what would you like to be? How would you like things to be in your world? Well, that's a vision. Well, now, remain faithful to it. Tomorrow you may be given a severe blow. And you may interpret that as being set back. Time will prove it was a turning point in your fortunes. Everything will add up towards the fulfillment of your dream if you remain faithful to that vision. It's all in your own wonderful human imagination. That's God. God actually became as I am, as you are, that you may be as He is. And He takes upon Himself all the weaknesses of man. For we say, well, God doesn't suffer. Well, now I ask you a question. If you're in pain, are you in pain? And you will say to me, yes, I am. Well, that's His name. God's name, He has no other name. That's who He is. So you say, I am in pain. I am embarrassed. I am unwanted. That's God's name. He is doing all the suffering because He goes through life with you, as you, until one day He reveals that He's you. It is God and God alone playing all the parts in the world. There's nothing but God. If God did not become as I am, I couldn't breathe. He is my breath. But He doesn't limit me to my wishes. He doesn't limit me to my outlook on life. He plays all the parts. He waits on me just as quickly and as indifferently when the will in me is evil as when it is good. And therefore, He subjects Himself to all the things in my world. God is like pure imagining in you, in me, in every being in the world. So you imagine, all right, that's God. And He waits on us because we imagine this, that, and the other. Now you know this, go to the end, a noble end, a successful end in your world. All that, having seen it clearly in your mind's eye, what would the feeling be like if it were true? Drench yourself in that feeling. Now, tomorrow you may be disappointed. Or don't expect it tomorrow. It may come tomorrow. When it comes, it's going to come suddenly and unexpectedly. But remain faithful to the end. And all the little things that will happen in your world that will seem to deny it, they're adding up to it. Everything will add up towards that. I'm telling you from my own experience. There's nothing but God in the world. He's playing all the parts. The most horrible part and the most noble part. He's playing all the parts. And no one is greater than you are because no one is greater than God. Let no one pull any rank on you. No one is greater than God. You have a background that goes back to God. It's not a physical background. You're not a horse. If I'm breeding horses, I want to know their background. But you are not a horse. You're not breeding pigs. You're not breeding sheep. You are simply the unfolding of God. And there is nothing but God. Let anyone challenge it. And if he wants me to go to the Bible to support my claims, I'll go with him to the Bible. And there I'll find the passage just suited for the argument that he's trying to present.
Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? Unless, of course, you fail to meet the test. Now we are challenged. He said, come test yourself and see. Well, this is how I test myself. If Christ is in me, and all things are possible to Christ, then I must find out who he is. Well, I have found him as my own wonderful human imagination. And because he dwells not only in me, he dwells in us, everything is possible to everyone in the world. And so you help man best by telling him who Christ is. You could give him all the things of the world that he needs. He'll come back for more tomorrow unless he knows who Christ is. You can give the entire world to anyone in this. They'll spend it, waste it, if they don't know who they are. But tell him who he is, and he doesn't need anything more than the knowledge of who he is and the application of that knowledge. For we are the operant power. It doesn't work itself. I can tell you that your imagination is Christ. And maybe you'll believe me. But unless you actually take it to the point of working upon it, And operating it, it means nothing. Well, if this night I really believe it, I would not allow the sun to go down in my sleep unless I feel myself right into the situation of the wish fulfilled. It need not a wish for myself. It could be a wish for a friend, for everyone in my world, because Christ dwells in all, and Christ is the true identity of every man. Then everyone must be myself pushed out. It can't be another if God is one. Therefore I tell myself, as the seeming other, what I would do were I you. And instead of giving him the thing that he needs physically, tell him how to get it for himself. What would you feel like if now you were the man that you want to be? How would you see the world if things were as you desire them to be? Now this is what I mean by living in the end.
Basically, the concept of live in the end can be understood as an invitation to envision and embody the state of being that one wishes to achieve. So instead of focusing on the methods or struggles involved in reaching a goal, Neville Goddard is simply encouraging individuals to concentrate solely on the end result, which is the desired state that you want to manifest. This approach easily aligns with ancient wisdom found in various traditions that thought creates reality. What you focus on eventually manifest. So by living in the end, we can easily also shift our state of being, our consciousness, and always stay in the desired state emotionally, thereby always increasing the consistency of us vibrating at a frequency of the desired state. That way we can easily shift and manifest our desired state. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day.